Hi boys and girls, how's your holidays been? I hope you have been enjoying your holidays, and I hope there's been a fruitful week revising your work. So today I'm just going to share a little bit more and revise on the previous taught concepts on fractions. Now we've learned that we can solve certain word problems using three very important skills this term. What are the skills that we've learned this term? Okay, now we've learned to solve word problems using fractions, using the method of fractions with units. We also have learned how to solve word problems that has to do with fraction of a set, and also word problems that involves fraction of a remainder. Now these are the three types of word problems we've encountered this term, and I hope you have remembered, and you do remember how to solve these questions. So this is how I'm going to revise these three different methods with you once again. Hopefully you remember, and when you come into school on Monday, you'll be ready to start the term afresh. Alright, so let's look at the first example, fraction with units. Okay, let's read the question. Karen spent 2 out of 3 of an hour to complete her English homework. Karen spent 1/6 of an hour to complete her math homework. How long did she spend doing both homework? Okay, looking at this question, first thing we have to do is we have to remember our AMMN. So A stands for annotations, M stands for your models, M your matching statements, as well as N your number statements. Now as we look at these 4 items, can you tell me, do we need to write all of these 4 items in our for this question? Yes or no? No, right? Why is that so? Because when we look at this value of the fraction, do you notice something very interesting? It comes with a unit at the back of it. Now that's why it's called a fraction with units. This is a fraction with a unit at the back. They are attached, they are together. Alright, it's the same for this fraction over here. Okay, it's also a fraction with a unit. Now when we see fractions with units, we do not need the models anymore. Okay, all we need are the annotations and the matching statements and the number statements. So reading the question again, let's start with the annotations. Okay, highlight those important keywords. So Karen spent 2/3 of an hour to complete her English homework. Okay, this is for English. And she spent she spent 1/6 of an hour to complete her math homework. This is for her math. Now the question asks me, how long did she spend doing both homework? Okay, so as such, we know that she spent some time to do English homework. She spent 1/6 of an hour to do a math homework. When I want to find out doing both homework, what should I do? Okay, I should add these two values together. So let's start. Can we start adding them together immediately? No. Why is that so? Because if you look at these two fractions, do they have the same denominators? Are they like fractions? Well, they are not like fractions because their denominators are different. So we have to change the denominator to be the same. In this case, we are going to change this fraction into a fraction with a denominator of 6. Alright? As you can see, I've brought this value down and I'm about to change it to the same denominator as this fraction over here. So from 3, the denominator 3, I'm about to change it to a denominator 6. What is the factor that I should multiply it by? Yes, I should multiply it by 2. Alright, multiply it by 2. So 3 multiplied by 2 will give me 6. As you can see, it will give me 6. And 2 multiplied by 2 will give me 4. So it will give me 4. So as a result, my ending fraction will be 4 out of 6. 2 out of 3 equals to 4 out of 6. These two fractions are called equivalent fractions. Now, are we ready to add the two fractions together? Yes. Okay, so how do we add them together? This is what we can do. We take 4 out of 6, we add them to 1 out of 6. We add 4 out of 6 to 1 out of 6, and it will give us a total of 5 out of 6. Now, but is this my final answer? Do I give my answer in this manner? No. Why is that so? Because there is a unit attached to the fraction. So we need to return the unit back to the fraction. And our final answer will be she spent 5 out of 6 of an hour doing both homework. So this is how you solve your fraction with units. You complete your annotations first, then do you draw models? No. Why? Because this is a fraction with a unit. Then you have your matching statements. Now in this case, do I have my matching statements? No. So am I ready to finish this work? So I need to put my matching statements in, right? So I need to put my matching statements in. Okay, I'm going to shift all of this to the side. Now, so my matching statement for this will be time taken for both homework. Okay? And before that, I'm going to try an arrow. Right, so this is the time taken for both homework. So now my matching statements are there. I'm ready. Okay, and the number statement, she spent 5 or 6 of an hour to do both homework. So I'm sorry, my number statement is this. Okay, so my sentence as well. So this is my complete solution. Okay, so do you know how to do your fraction with units? Now, I'd like to ask you, what are other fractions with units? What are other types of fractions with units? Or what are the units that can be matched with a fraction? Okay, let me show you some examples. Okay, these are some examples of fractions with units. So, for example, time, you can link a fraction to time. This H stands for hours. Alright, also can link it to volume. Alright, fractions with units, okay, in terms of volume. For example, 2/3 liters with mass 2/3 kilograms or kg, length 2/3 centimeters or cm, or 2/3 meters or cm. So these meters m. So as you can see, there are many examples of how fractions can be attached with a unit to a unit, and these are called fractions with units. As a reminder again, do we draw models for such questions? No. Okay, because there's a tendency for us to make careless mistakes every time we draw a model with such questions. So do not draw a model. Alright, so looking at the example, can you revise and think? Okay, stop, think, and check to see if you can understand this sort of questions of this type. Alright, we'll be practicing more of them when school reopens. So stay tuned to the next video. We'll be on fractions, fraction of a set.